not something that you find in your everyday curriculum.
I would like to start off by refuting some of my opponent's points.
You're not going to be doing debate every day in history class. That's unusual. And because it's something out of the ordinary, I really
The confidence one requires to say what he thinks, the presentation skill one requires to present his ideas and views before a large group, the analytical ability one needs to know to understand a situation perfectly, or the courage and conviction one should have to take decision for himself and others are some of the very essential skills required in today's world to be very successful. Yes, it is very essential to have a large store of knowledge in our brain. But is only having a large store of knowledge in our brain enough? Or something more is required than that?
They only brought up 38 cases of the millions of refugees coming from Syria. You could say that about anything. How many people died from getting hit in the head with coconuts?
So what makes a high-performing student different from an average student? If we will put focus on news articles published in last 5 years, we will find that 95% of the students who become graduates, the engineers, the management degree holders are unemployable globally.
Of education in India, the aim of education and learning increasingly becoming only employment. If that is one issue that we're looking at, the other issue is why is there an increasing mismatch between what students entering the job market expect and what those employing them are hoping to find? Why are we not having a meeting of the minds, as it were? Is this gap only going to grow wider if we don't try and step in and fix it immediately? That's what we're looking at today. A very special panel with us. Let me introduce them right away. And Vivek Madhukar, Chief Operating Officer at timesjob.com. Thanks all so much for taking our time to speak to us today. Vivek Madhukar, if I could first ask you, increasingly we have students who come to us and say, I've got all these degrees, I'm going to get into MBA. Most of them do seem to have MBAs or aspiring to it. And I thought I was going to start with I had a certain image of my first job and what it was going to be. And now when I put myself out there, nothing is meeting my expectation. Why is this happening? And suddenly, to our knowledge, it seems to be happening a lot more and across sectors. What do you believe is the reason for this?
Two parts in this. One is the expectation that a person has when he actually joins a job. Is the first time that he has that, he has a reality touch on it, which itself is a problem. If in his 2 years of MBA or in his 3 years of graduation, if he had greater interaction with the industry, he would probably know what he would, he should expect. The other is, the inputs that have gone in the the 5 years of education post school, are they matching up to what the industry expects? So here a person goes in thinking he's a gift to mankind,
right.
And the company feels that this guy doesn't know ABCD.
Right.
So basic communication skills, etiquettes, or the basic thing of working in an office, those are things. Some part could be imparted,
right.
And some part is what a person would bring himself up to page.
Sure.
I think these two are the large gap areas, and basically in the 5 years of education, if you're not getting any exposure to what is going to be the real world, you will always face a challenge when you finally reach there.
Specifically, if we will put focus on an article published by the India Today on 13 July 2016, only 7% of the engineering graduates from India are employable. What is the reason? The industry cite the reason as most of the engineers who graduate from Indian universities are unable to apply the practical concept on real ground, what they have learned theoretically in the classroom. On this, there was a very nice article published by the Washington Post on 24th March 2015, which emphasizes on application of knowledge. This article very nicely says that the aim of reading history in schools is not to remember the date of the battles, but its aim is to develop a broad perspective of the history and apply the knowledge to understand today's world and plan for the future. And it's absolutely true. If we will not understand our past, we cannot apply or prepare for the future. For this, what we need to do, we have to give a concurrent knowledge of past, present and future to our children. But then how this knowledge can be used? This knowledge can be used only when the children will analyze the past. If they will memorize only, there will be no analysis. They need to analyze the past, they need to connect it with the present, they need to see that what was the situation in history and how that situation is linked to today's present and what can be done for the future. When children go to school from home, they don't go with a blank mind. When the children come to home from school, they also don't come with blank mind. When they come and go, they carry a lot of emotions, feelings, expressions in them. And these feelings, emotions, expressions should be shared with others. But unfortunately, due to nuclear family, where there is only a father, mother and a child, the child is not getting the opportunity, the scope to mix with other children, to share his feelings and emotions. Even due to many restrictions, the children are not coming outside in the afternoon or evening to play with others. Their playing scope with others is limited to only school. Due to this, our children are getting shy, they are getting aggressive, they are getting very rigid and they are getting very possessive and selfish in nature. Then what is the solution to eradicate that? In many workshops during parent interactions, I have found that parents are also understand this situation very well. They even want to reduce these things from their child. The School Plus is specifically designed to address this issue of isolation of children. The School Plus is designed to provide the opportunity to the children who need to sit together, discuss together and can share their ideas together. Here, the students of any school can come after their school hours. They may come on Saturdays and Sundays to sit together and discuss on various national and international issues. They may sit together to design a scientific model and create it. The 9-month course at School Plus is designed very nicely. While designing this course, we have included all 21st century skills. What are these 21st century skills? These are the skills which will enable the children of today to become leaders of tomorrow. When they will join School Plus and will come here on Saturdays and Sundays and after school hours, they will get an opportunity to improve their communication skill. They will get an opportunity to learn the effective group discussion skills. They will practice how to give speech. They will participate in numerous quiz competitions. They will learn the current affairs, the general knowledge of national and international importance. They will learn various cultures and its issues. They will also participate in many brain games and brainstorming sessions. These brain games and brainstorming sessions will help them to improve their IQ. Since in School Plus, the students will be participating from different schools, the shyness, the fear, the stage fear, the public speaking will be reduced in the children who are a little bit shy or feel shy to speak before others. This 9-month course at School Plus will highly help the children to improve their performance in examinations and other competitions. The parents can see remarkable changes in their children towards the end of this course. Their children will be able to express freely their views. They will be very confident to give speech. They will effectively participate in group discussions and put their points before the group. This will certainly help to improve their IQ and brain functioning. And when all these things will happen, the children will have completely different personality from other children. At School Plus, we have not limited the courses only for the students. Here, we have designed some courses for the parents. This is a very special course for school and college students. Students, don't miss this opportunity. This is a very good opportunity to improve your skill and abilities. Join School Plus and enhance your skills.